My college has a lot of tiny spots where you can get your private space to work, or big rooms with amazing view. That also is kind of like, okay, I'm not in a box anymore, I have a window, if you want to get away from your room. But the thing with the room is you don't have to wear a mask in it, and when you're at school or at a library, you do. So basically, because I'm a COVID generation student, I'm probably gonna have different answers than some other people who finished school before. So that's why I find my room the most like productive place. I could take off my shoes, take off the mask, endlessly eat sweets because I'm so stressed. Like, what am I going to write?
What I do on campus, I'm pretty much a nerd. I stay in the library a lot, and then sophomore year, COVID happened, so I had to go home. I started figuring out ways that I could separate my room from my desk, my student desk. I ended up getting a different light, making sure that I wasn't looking at classes in my bed. I was going to my desk, sitting down so I could change the vibe. I was taking walks around my house, or, trying not to go insane.
I usually study alone. I like it a little better, but definitely switch it up a bit. I would stay in my room sometimes because I like my desk, the way it's set up. I have another monitor, it's just set up nice, but I also have definitely some spots in the library I like to hit sometimes, like the second floor is a nice corner spot I always go to, fourth floor, but I don't like to stay in the same spot all the time. I go insane sometimes, so.
There's a spot, like the second floor of the library, like all the way to the right. There's no one there. It's like a little space. That's like my safe spot. I kind of just go there when I need some like quiet time, and I just relax and study and stuff like that.
The library is so amazing, so I'd always go there. It was huge, like maybe 3 or 4 stories. They had tutoring there as well, so if you kind of need help with a class, you could seek that out. And there were areas that were like no speaking, so that would be a good place to study. Or there were floors where it would be pretty talkative and you could go there and kind of work on homework or projects together with your peers.
Our library is called Club Woody for a reason, because when you go to Club Woody, you tend to do a lot more talking than actual studying. So for me, the library was a cool place to go to late at night, but I had to go by myself. And for me personally, some people do better studying in groups. I had to just be alone. I put on some music. Once I got to be a junior, I started studying more in my room just because it was just easy access. I didn't feel like walking in the cold, so I just started doing more studying in my room, and my room kind of became like my tranquil, safe space just to do work in general. So I kind of migrated a couple times, but if I would need to get out, stretch my legs, or just need to change the scenery, I usually go somewhere else. Frederick Douglass Center at Morehouse is a good place to study.
I also think it's nice to kind of like separate myself from like being in my room. I feel like I wouldn't get as much done, so kind of getting myself into the library and in that mindset of like, all right, time to focus. That's what did it for me.
So they have this massive library at Fitchburg with all these different floors of just study rooms that were all very nice, and I would just hang out there and work on my laptop.
I was, trying all these new places because there are so many different spaces to study on campus. Towards the end of the semester, I started finding sort of what is the best environment for me to learn in, whether it's, a quiet room in the Lamont Library or a collaborative room in our Cabot Library. Grinding and working with those same people and seeing them like be resilient made me feel like, I'm not the only one going through it.